everybody, it's Mrs. Diltz, and I thought I would give you an explanation of what would happen if you decided you wanted to play a string instrument. Now, you know, this school year is different than any that we've had recently, so I'm just going to base this on what I've done before and just give you a quick tour of the violin. Okay, so the thing that my students will always hear me say, safest place for your instrument is either in your hands or in the case. So my violin case is on the ground, and I'm going to open it up. And you will notice that the lid of my violin case comes out, so it's open at 180 degrees. Some of my other instruments might open like this, a right angle, so it's always good to know how your instrument case is going to open up. So I'm going to pull my violin out, and this is my violin. And I'm going to give you a tour of the pieces and parts. This is the scroll. These are the pegs. I always say these are the do not touch zone. These are the strings. The pegs live inside the peg box. The black underneath is called the fingerboard. Now in your violin or viola or cello, even if you had a bass, although I don't know that anybody's going to have one of those, you're going to have tapes on the fingerboard that are going to let you know where to put your fingers. Okay? The part that's standing up right here in the middle is called the bridge. This little guy on mine, you won't have on yours. This is a mute. It does the same thing as a mute button on your TV remote. I'm just going to kind of click the volume down. This part is called the tailpiece, and then these guys are fine tuners. This is the chin rest, and I call that the world's worst named part. It should be the side of the face rest. This is the end button, and then you can hear the violin is hollow, right? It's kind of hard to see because I'm not like right up in your face, but it is hollow, so we have to be careful with it. If you sit on it, it will break. These guys are called the F-holes. Now I'm going to hold my violin guitar style, which means I'm going to hold it up against my body with the scroll towards my left hand. And Mrs. Diltz has trouble with left and right, so my left hand is the one that has all the stuff on it. I wear my watch, I wear a bracelet, and I have a ring on that side. And if I pluck my strings, they're going to make these pitches: G, D, A, E. Music alphabet has 7 letters: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There's no H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. All right? So, but our notes on the violin going from our head towards our feet are good dogs always eat. Okay? So that's one way I can make sound on the violin. The other way I can make sound is with this guy. And if I had you in person, I'd say, hey, what's this thing called? And somebody would probably tell me it's a bow, B-O-W, not bow, like I'm taking a bow. Mine is green, don't ask why, it's a long story. Okay? This part of it is called horsehair, and then the green part is actually the stick. And I can take that bow, and I'm going to run it across the violin strings, and I can use it to make a sound. Now I'm going to put a shoulder rest on. Your shoulder rest is going to be a little spongy thing that we're going to rubber band onto the instrument. This is if you play violin or viola. Cello will be a little bit different. So my shoulder rest is on. I'm going to lay my violin out on my left arm. I'm going to bring it up, and then I'm just going to lean over and do a clamp. And I'm just going to gently hold the bow for right now. I'm not going to get into a bow hold, but I'm going to bow across that string. And if you were close enough, you'd probably see white powder flying off of there. That's rosin. That's what causes the bow hair to bite the strings. Then the other thing we can do, if I try to make a song with that, it's probably not the world's most exciting song because there's only the 4 strings. But I'm going to put my fingers down, and I can change the pitch of the violin by basically, as I put each finger down, I'm making the string shorter because it's vibrating from where my finger stops it to the end. My bow to play a song. introduction to the violin. And now you see how I'm sitting. I call this knife and fork position. This is how you sit when you're at rest and your teacher is telling you something before you're playing. Because if you tried to play when your teacher was talking, nobody would get anywhere. So this is Mrs. Diltz, and this is my basic introduction to the violin. Thanks for watching.